Hello everyone, Sharpedo43 once again bringing you all Game 4 of the pools for the March Madness Draft Tournament. So this is going to be our fourth and final battle of the pools, because remember that the pools only consist of 5 coaches, and within these 5 coaches we have to basically battle each other, and I'm just one of the coaches, so I had to actually battle the other 4 coaches that are in the pools with me. So we already battled John W, we already battled Scoot, we already battled Root, we also battled and now we're battling A12QSD, which is a pretty odd name. I don't know why he wants to be that random, but maybe it's for the sake of being distinctive, of having random numbers as your username. But I don't know, that's just me. But anyways, so yeah, this is the battle that's pretty much gonna decide on whether or not we actually can make the brackets. There's a very good chance that I don't though, because I won against Root only 2-0. So there's a chance that now if I think even if I 6-0 this guy, like, there was just no way I could possibly make the brackets. But at least I wouldn't be at the bottom of the barrel, right? Well, we're about to find out. But before anything, let's just go into the teams right here real quick. Okay, so my opponent brings Mew, Charizard, which I think is Charizard X, actually. I think it's Charizard X. Yeah, it's Charizard X. I forgot for a bit, but yeah, I just remember. Yeah, it's definitely Charizard X. He has Tangrowth as well, so as you can see, there's another team with the same mon that I have. We both have Tangrowth, so again, the whole we can draft whatever we want is in play right there. And he also has a Snorlax, he has a Togetic, and he has a Drampa. The biggest threats on his team is obviously the Snorlax, the Charizard X, and the Mew, because Mew can wall things, and Charizard X, one Dragon Dance, that's the whole game. Snorlax is a similar case, one Belly Drum, and that's the whole freaking game, god damn it. So yeah, obviously we gotta make sure that that doesn't happen. But what we brought here is actually gonna be this time this is an interesting team actually. This is actually like the first time my team actually looks a lot more different, and the reasoning for it is because unlike in the previous battles where I was always shifting between Nidoking and Heatran, in this battle no Nidoking, no Thundurus T. Now we have Armaldo and Heatran, and again, it's all just based on the matchup. Like, I feel like Thundurus T, I think Thundurus T could have put in work, but not to the extent that I would like, especially with that Drampa in the way and possibly the AV Tangrowth, honestly. So, although I do have Sludge Wave for AV Tangrowth, but the thing is that would I just be allowed to set up? And plus, the Snorlax also walls this damn thing, and I don't feel comfortable running physical sets on Thundurus T. That's just me though, honestly. And then Nidoking, again, the Charizard X can just be a real problem, and Mew outspeeds, and Drampa could probably take a hit if it's Assault Vest and then just hit me super hard with a Hyper Voice in return, getting that damn Berserk ability up as well, which raises its special attack by 1 stage, which would be bad. And I did not want that. I just needed something that can just straight up, you know, either wall what they do or just take them out straight up. And I just felt like these 2 months couldn't really do me the work anyway. So, yeah. And plus, I think I like the matchup with Armaldo too, honestly. Like, it has rock moves for Charizard X. It has rock moves for Togetic. It can probably take a hit from Drampa. And given the set that I brought this time around on Armaldo, which was like a Swords Dancing set of sorts, I felt like one Swords Dance and I can just hit a lot of this team really, really hard for damage. So yeah, now it's only a matter if we can actually pull it off here against this guy, because the matchup here is, yeah, it's 50-50. I feel like it can go either way, honestly. It just really depends on who makes the ideal plays. But as you've been seeing, I haven't been making the best of plays, honestly, in a lot of the battles that I've done in these pools so far. Hell, even in the battle with Root, I didn't feel like I played the best either, honestly. I, in fact, was probably playing in a very, very desperate manner, because I was losing so many battles at that point, and I was just like, oh my god, am I just going to lose more battles? Like, damn. But, yeah, either way. Let's get into the battle. So, I'm going to lead off with Armaldo. He's actually going to lead off with Drampa. I decided to just go straight for the Swords Dance, and the reason for this was because I was thinking, I could take a Draco. I could take a Hyper Voice, Fire Blast. I don't know if this thing gets Thunderbolt or not, but I can take that as well if he has it. What I didn't take into consideration though was Surf. I honestly did not think he'd pack Surf on this Drampa, but at the same time I think I should have expected it, because even though I didn't bring Armaldo throughout the entirety of this pool, it still works for Nidoking nonetheless, and Heatran, so it actually made a whole lot of sense that he brought Surf. Actually, it covers a lot of my team basically. So, but for some reason I didn't think of it, honestly, because you know that I'm a man of little brains, honestly. So, but yeah, so here I decided, after seeing the surf, I was just like, okay, you know what, screw it. We just need to go for the low kick and just either take this thing out or just get as much damage as possible. Preferably take it out though, which is why I went for low kick. However, this man definitely sees the freaking low kick coming and switches in Mew. Like, it's crazy how this man always sees everything I have coming. Actually, all these opponents that I've been battling have seen everything I have coming. Like, just precisely, man. Precisely. It's not even funny. But, whatever. So, I go for low kick, and now because of the damage that I took from the surf, I'm not going to be able to take a psychic from this thing. I can't outspeed it either. I think the play, now in retrospect, I think the play there was probably just to X-Scissor, because if I don't take out the Drampa, at least I'd get the damage that I need. But, and if he switched in the Mew, it goes down for sure, obviously. So I really just screwed myself over in a way too, honestly. Like, I probably didn't make the right play there, honestly. That was probably a play where I should have actually predicted and I didn't do it, so. And I ended up paying for it by losing Armaldo, while not having to do anything despite it having set up to +2. It got to do absolutely nothing, which is a shame. But now here I was just straight up triggered. I didn't even care about the speed boost anymore. I just went for the Mega Evolution and just crunched this shit, and this man was greedy enough to stay in, and boy was I glad that he was, because damn, that gave me the opportunity to just take out this Mew. That was pissing me off for just having switched it in on my Armaldo, not letting it get to do anything. But yeah, but now he's gonna send out this Tangrowth, which, yeah, this Tangrowth, I can't do anything with Sharpedo, obviously. So I had to switch out, and I go straight into Heatran. If he goes for Earthquake, then bad for him. He actually ends up going for the obnoxious move that is Stun Spore, and thankfully misses. I don't know if it mattered though. It really depends. Like, if he had Earthquake, maybe it did matter, because I think an Earthquake could take out my Heatran actually from this Tangrowth. I don't know if it can or not, but I don't know. But he would have had this Heatran paralyzed if he didn't miss. But again, I just don't know if it would have mattered, because a lot of what he has on his team anyways kind of outspeeds Heatran anyway. Or, well, Togetic doesn't really give a shit about it. But it's definitely slower than Drampa, or faster than Drampa actually. Oh, but it could be faster than Heatran if paralyzed, no? I don't know, man. It really just depends on what he was trying to do with that Stun Spore. But, I don't know. Maybe he was expecting me to stay? I don't know. I don't know why he went for Stun Spore, honestly. But if it missed, it's probably because he had a... I mean, if he went for it, it was probably because he had an idea up his sleeve, and it missed, so therefore now he can't execute it. So that's a shame, obviously. But now he's gonna just hard switch into Snorlax. I get my rocks up because that's really all I cared about. I went for Ton on this thing because I didn't want him to set up any belly drums. Like, I didn't want him to wall the heck out of me and then belly drum me to death. Unfortunately, he did not do anything and just went straight for the Earthquake. And I was like, well, shit. I'm making terrible plays once again. And then here, I think I make another dumb play. I go for Toxic, and he outpreps me again and has immunity. Most of these freaking Snorlaxes usually run freaking Thick Fat, but in this particular case, he packed it with immunity and it worked out. Like, why is everybody able to outprep me so much? I don't know. Maybe because I'm that stupid, but what are you gonna do? Anyway, so he goes for Return. I can't switch out because obviously nothing switches in on a Snorlax. And I decided to just go into Haxorus right here and, you know, get so dramatic and go for the Dragon Dance. I danced in the Snorlax's face, knowing full well this thing could have like Dragon Dance or something. And I actually don't remember what this thing's Z move was, actually. I don't remember if his Mew was the Z user or was it his Snorlax, actually. But I don't think he's even Z move because he doesn't even go for it right here. He does go for Return and does get a crit though, which does kind of hurt, actually. It does kind of hurt because if he did not get that crit, I would be having a bit of a run with this Haxorus. But you're gonna see right here, I'm just gonna go for the low kick, and I was hoping that for fuck's sake he does not call this damn low kick as well. Thankfully he did not, and this Snorlax just gets out of here, because honestly I was getting sick and tired of that thing. Now here he's gonna bring in the Togetic, which I think, if this is a bulky Togetic, I probably could have taken a Dazzling Gleam from this thing. This thing does not get Moonblast. And yeah, only Dazzling Gleam. And Dazzling Gleam, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it would be enough. I think this Haxorus was also invested in some bulk just to take some hits from mons like Togetic with the Dazzling Gleam and whatnot. But yeah, so here he takes rocks damage because I got the rocks up. Thankfully, that was what I really wanted, to get the rocks up, because a lot of his team is not doesn't appreciate the rocks, like the Charizard and this Togetic. So Here I go for the poison jab, and here I get a crit now, which I don't know if it mattered or not because I was at +1, but this Togetic might have been defense invested with Eviolite. So if that's the case, then maybe the crit mattered. But at the same time, I got critted as well, and if I did not get critted, I probably would have been able to take the what's it called, the Moonblast. I think the not the Moonblast, the Dazzling Gleam, maybe. And if he did not go for Dazzling Gleam and probably tried to go for Defog to get rid of the rock so that his Charizard can come in without taking a lot of rocks damage, then I'd still be able to outspeed it. His Mew's gone, his Snorlax is gone. I just outrage everything, literally. Maybe if he can wall the heck out of me with the Tangrowth, maybe he would have been able to put me in a bad position. But I don't know. It really, I honestly don't know. But yeah, that crit was kind of like huge. But I at the same time was, I don't know. Maybe if he went for Defog, it might have mattered because then his Charizard X wouldn't have taken rocks damage. Yeah, I don't know. This is one of those situations that I honestly can't wrap my head around it, honestly. Like, I honestly don't know if it mattered or not. It probably did, but at the same time, given how terribly I've been doing this whole throughout the pools, honestly, I honestly didn't even care if I got the crit, honestly. In fact, as soon as I sent out Sharpedo just to go for the crunch, is when I stopped caring, basically. Or was it when... No, I think it was actually when I sent out the Haxorus when I really just stopped caring, honestly. I was just like, you know what? Screw this shit. Just go for the Dragon Dance in this thing's face, and if he body slams me and paralyzes me, whatever. Just start pressing buttons and just get this battle over with, because I just wanted it out of the way as soon as possible. But yeah, so this Togetic goes down. I talked way too much about that, didn't I? But yeah, it's because, I don't know. I felt like it's because I got so much RNG in this battle that I feel like this battle, if I win it, I probably don't deserve it. But at the same time here, I'm also trying to clarify that I probably don't even care, honestly. But okay, here we go. He's going to send out Tangrowth, and because I'm at +1, I didn't want to just dispose of this, so I just went for the Poison Jab right here. And he's going to go for Sludge Bomb and take out my Haxorus, which, had he not crit me with that Snorlax, this Tangrowth would have gone down, probably. Because I think I would have been able to take a Sludge Bomb from Tangrowth. But at the same time, oh yeah, but he would also have to have gone for the Fog on the Togetic as well. But, again, I don't know. Maybe, nah, I don't know, honestly. I feel like I can't help but feel that maybe it wouldn't have mattered. But I don't know how to prove that it wouldn't have mattered, honestly. And honestly, I'm too lazy to prove anything right now, honestly. Because you know how I am. Just too lazy to find out anything. But either way. I lose Haxorus though. And I send out Cofagrigus right here. And he's going to go into Drampa. And I think I go for the Toxic Spikes. I think I did have Trick Room on this Cofagrigus. But didn't want to go for it because this Drampa was still here. So I decided to go for Toxic Spikes so that the remainder of his switch-ins can take Toxic Spikes. But at the same time, it kind of didn't matter because his Charizard was still flying. But if I can force him to switch it out and then bring it back in, then that would be actually really, really good for me. But here he's gonna go for the Fire Blast and actually miss. Like, holy shit, bro. Like, I sent in Tangrowth because I was actually I think I was trying to sack this because I don't know. I honestly don't know why I was trying to sack it, honestly. But he went for Fire Blast and he missed anyway, so I was like, okay, so he couldn't take me out with whatever move he went for. Like, I honestly thought he would probably go for Draco, and I wanted to send in Tangrowth to probably, like, take it. This Tangrowth was not a Soul Vest, I think. I don't remember if it was a Soul Vest or not. But I think I sent this Tangrowth in just to pretty much sack it, and he went for Fire Blast, and it missed. And I stayed in again just to prove to you guys that I actually did want to sack this, and oh my god, what the fuck did I just do there? I don't know. But, yeah, I went for the knockoff here just to prove to you guys that I actually did want to sack this. So I stayed in and just knocked off now. But now he over-predicts and goes for a Hyper Voice. So, yeah, that miss forced him to go for Hyper Voice, so that's kind of crazy, obviously. I go for Leech Seed now because I was like, you know what, what's the worst that can happen? This Tangrowth is already weakened, and again, the intention was to sack this, so I'm gonna sack it, damn it. And I finally sack it, and now I bring in Mega Sharpedo. Thanks to the damage that I got from the knockoff, though, now I was confident that I can just send in Sharpedo and just, you know, go for Crunch here. So... But here what he's going to do is actually just hard switching the Charizard, which is going to take over, well, not over half, but definitely a good chunk of rocks damage, basically. I think the reason why it's at 51 as opposed to 50 is probably just because it's, you know, like, I think it has like that 4 HP in investment so that it doesn't get just 2-hit KO by rocks, obviously. So, but yeah, after the rocks though, I was thinking, could I take this thing out with Crunch? And I was actually able to, so I was like, oh, that's good. But now here he brings this Tangrowth, and I went for Protect because I wanted to see what he would try to go for, like if he would try to switch out, but he actually tries to go for the Giga Drain. And there was also the fact that if he stayed in, he would get Poisonous damage from the Toxic Spikes. Now here, I went for the Ice Fang because I was thinking, I'm not sure if I can take it out with Crunch. So I wanted to just go for Ice Fang to guarantee the KO. There was the chance I could miss. But holy shit, something crazy happened. Not only did this thing have a Yachi Berry, which allowed it to freaking survive obnoxiously enough, but it also flinches. So I was like, oh wow, really? Damn. Although at the same time, that flinch may not have mattered. Because I think in the past, I've had Sharpedo survive Giga Drains from full HP. After it's taken at least a % or 2 from HP though, I think it doesn't. But at full HP, and I do think I did have some investment in HP with the Sharpedo, I don't think it takes it out from full HP. So that flinch might not have mattered. I think it would have just gotten damage off, and then get recovery. But then I would still go for the Ice Fang again, basically, and then he would have to hope to miss, basically, which then it would be him that's relying on RNG to begin with. Even though I never was relying on RNG in this battle, honestly, because at this point I was just convinced that I was just getting outplayed by everybody at this point, and I was just like, you know what, I don't care anymore. Let's just get this battle over with. And then all of a sudden happens. But yeah, so we do take out this this Tangrowth miraculously, and now he's just gonna send out Drampa, which thanks to the rocks and the Toxic Spikes, I just crunch it and just take it out. And with that, we're gonna win this battle 2-0 again. But hey, it was a nice late game Sharpedo sweep, in my opinion. Like, yeah, the RNG was heavily in my favor, but hey, it's a Sharpedo sweep. I take those, honestly. But yeah, so anyways, that's gonna be the whole battle. And as for, are we gonna make the brackets? No, we're not, because unfortunately, the last 2 battles that I won, this one and the battle with Root, they were both 2-0 wins. And the losses that I think the opponents took were not like, they were like 2-0s or 1-0s as well. It was not 4-0s or 3-0s or whatever. So they were still going to be able to advance to the brackets. And I, on the other hand, not only do not advance to the brackets, but also I was at the bottom of the barrel, actually. Like, I was ranked 5th of all the participants there. So yeah, I still, like, even though I beat both Root and this guy, I was still the worst of them all here in this pools. But the crazy thing was that we all actually finished with 2-2, basically. Like, we all got 2-2 in the records, actually, because this A12 guy, I think this guy was like the only guy who didn't lose to anybody yet, actually. I think, I could be wrong. No, actually, he did. He lost to Root, actually. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he lost to Root, and then he lost to me. So he was actually 2-1, but and he lost, so that made him pretty much 2-2. But I think Zamcro and John W also lost twice too. I forget to who, honestly, but yeah, the bottom line was that we all ended at 2-2. So it was only a matter of who had the best differential, and probably the I think, yeah, just the differential. I don't know if there was anything else, honestly, but yeah. But yeah. So we were ranked 5th, so even though I was hoping not to be at the bottom of the barrel, I still was, because, you know, I still suck. In fact, these 2 battles that I won, I probably shouldn't have even won it, honestly. I think Root definitely could have won that battle if he did not Mach Punch with that Infernape. He weakens my Tangrowth to the point where Tyranitar can just come in and just sweep. And in this case, there was just a lot of RNG in my favor, and I don't know how much of it mattered, honestly. But at the same time, I honestly don't care, and honestly, I'm too lazy to find out, so... But yeah, the only good thing about this whole thing was just that I got this last Sharpedo sweep, honestly. But other than that, like, it's whatever. I still don't advance to the bracket anyway. Although it should be worth... I think it's worth noting, though, that this guy, A12, and Scoot, Zamcro, both of these guys were the ones that were the top 2 teams that actually got to advance to the brackets. They were the only ones that were able to advance. And the only team in this pool that actually made it to the top 16 was, in fact, A12, actually. Which is actually... It's kind of remarkable that I even won this battle. But again, it was just due to RNG, so I probably didn't even deserve this win. But again, I honestly don't care. Like, honestly, I went into this battle not caring about the outcome, honestly, just getting it over with. And instead, I just won with a lot of RNG in my favor. And again, I just don't care. It's like, whatever. So, but with all that said, yeah, that's gonna be our run for the March Madness tournament. Hopefully, I didn't sound too hard on anybody, because if I do, then I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, honestly. But with all that said, thank you all for watching this, and with all that said, I think yeah, I'll just catch you guys for the next battle or something. I don't know what's it gonna be, but if you're looking forward to it, then just stay tuned and take it easy and have a good one.